It's a blast from the past. It's former Rangers man Declan John returns to the Scottish Premiership. Welcome back to Fog Football. Don't worry, folks, this isn't the only bit of news that we are talking about today, because if it was, I think we'd be worried. I think we'd be seriously worried about the state of this channel and Scottish football in an international break, because I'm panicking. I'm going to lose my job. All that stuff. But we're going to get into some Scotland news regarding the team and who's dropped out and who's dropped in. But yeah, it's another player leaving St Mirren. As Brown, Jaden Brown, has left the club by mutual consent. Obviously, the other reasons have been to do with like jail time and court cases and all that stuff. Don't really know why Jaden Brown has left St Mirren, but all I do know is that former Rangers defender Declan John has joined on a short-term deal. Of course, his spell at Rangers was pretty poor. Now, last season, 2023-24, he was playing for Salford City in League Two, where he played 32 matches. According to Google, he actually is currently playing for Swansea City, which is not happening. Alright? No. He did actually play a few games for the international team, the big Declan John, right? But we'll go into his stats. So what's he done since he played for Rangers, right? I'll tell you what he's done since he played for Rangers. Not an awful lot, because he went on to Swansea, then he went to Sunderland, then he went to Bolton, and ever since Bolton, he went to Salford City. So there's been a big drop-off in his career. Obviously, it peaked at Rangers, right? But then after that, he was in the Championship, few seasons on loan elsewhere, made 26 appearances for Rangers and scored 3 goals. So yeah, he's only ever scored for 2 clubs in his career, and that is Rangers and Bolton Wanderers. So it's a pretty weird statistic considering he's actually played for a lot of clubs. But he's moved to St Mirren. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes for big Declan John. We only spent a full season on loan at Rangers, not exactly the great. And then we did, I think we made it permanent. So later on in the earlier, was it the end of 20? Was it like January 2017? I mean, it's donkeys ago. It's actually donkeys ago, but it was made permanent in December 2017. So yeah, I think it's a decent option for St Mirren to have, but I'm not going to pretend that signing Declan John is a emergency left back is what I wanted to be talking about today, or that it's like mega news here on this Tuesday evening. But we'll dive in to the Scotland squad news. So yeah, it's been over a month, or a week, or no, definitely not a week, over a month since we've really talked about Steve Clarke and the Scotland camp and all that good stuff. But we'll talk about it here. Shea Adams and Lewis Morgan have dropped out of the squad. Honestly, I can barely even remember what the Scotland squad is for these games now. We are playing Croatia on Friday, the 15th of November. So, you know what? Say you want about international football. I know it is a wee bit soul-destroying. Well, I say a wee bit, massively soul-destroying, but at least, I mean, I'm recording this Tuesday. At least there's not too long till there's a game a game we can watch. Yeah, all that good stuff. But, right. Yeah, so Stuart Armstrong's been called back in. Doesn't do nothing for me now. He does play for Vancouver Whitecaps. He last featured as a substitute in the 1-0 defeat by Hungary at Euro 2024. We've had that many defeats since then. I've honestly forgot about that game. He could have had a penalty, but for me, I can see why they didn't give a penalty, man. I was screaming for it, but I didn't see it. Adams, withdrawal. It's no surprise, though, he did miss Juventus at the weekend with a thigh injury for Torino. John Carter said it's a massive problem to lose him. So who's going to start up front, man? Who's going to start up front? No Adams. Dyke, Shankland. I mean, why not call up Kevin Nisbet? Like, we've lost 2 players and he's called up 1 guy. Can someone explain this? Seriously. But just to go over the squad again, we have got Craig Gordon, Robbie McCrory, Kieran Slicker, Devlin, Hanley, Hendry, McKenna, Ryan Porteous, Ralston, Robertson, Suter, and Greg Taylor. I would like to see Devlin start in some capacity. Into the midfield, we've got Armstrong, Barron, Christie, Doak, Ryan Gold, Billy Gilmore, John McGinn, Kenny McLean, Scott McTominay. And then up front, Tommy Conway, Lyndon Dykes, and Lawrence Shankland. So, again, is what it is, but I think the team's looking pretty weak these days with injuries. Like, obviously, Patterson, heck, he's been out a while. McGregor's retired. I think it could just look a lot better than that, but I don't know, man. I still think I've got enough faith in that team to get results against Poland and Croatia, but I mean, let's say we lose it. Let's say we lose them both, right? Like, does that get Clark the sack, or is he here just to sink us even further? Like, seriously, like, what is the end game with Steve Clark? Can somebody let me know? I need to know, guys. You know, shite.